It's time for my every other monthly Q&A video. I typically wait till I have about 4 or 5 questions and then I pop on to answer your questions. So thank you to those of you who submitted questions. I'm Sean, Melanoma Mom here, but those of you who watch this video, I have a feeling are my diehards. The first question is from Marion Allen. My new fave summer sunscreen is P Calm Water Barrier. Great for the hot, humid South. What's yours? Currently, let's see, this past month, I am loving the Tokubo Sun Stick for reapplication because it's matte. And in this hot, humid weather, as you know, it doesn't matter putting on powder. I need something to take the shine off my face. I have combination leaning oily skin in the hot weather. And humidity, you know, it just sticks on your face. So that one is good at mattifying really quick. I'm also enjoying the Australian Gold Tinted for days when I don't want to wear foundation. I walk frequently around my neighborhood and I like to have a water resistant sunscreen on because, you know, you got water dripping down your face here in South Carolina. So that one is great. It stays on my face and it's super water resistant. I'm also still loving the Misha Soft Finish because I can apply it on top of my sunscreen. It's just a good all around. It is a hybrid sunscreen. So I really like that one. It's also mattifying. And I've been enjoying the Pharmacy Green Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It is a natural finish, but it is not water resistant. It's good for on days like today when I'm just hanging out and filming videos and not sweating outside in the humidity. This next question is from Marshmallow Girl. Do sunscreens lose some of their effectiveness when being shipped overseas or kept in hot mailbox for half a day due to weather/climate? Because I heard sunscreen should be kept at room temperature out of light. I know I had too much time on my hands to think about this, but I haven't seen anyone address this on YouTube. This would be a great question to do like a whole video on. I did a little bit of research and like you, I have heard from Dr. Dre that you shouldn't keep your sunscreen in the car. Like I used to keep a bottle of sunscreen in my car because that was convenient for reapplying. Now I keep it in my purse and it takes up extra space and I'm a little bitter about it. But I don't keep it in the car anymore during the hot months because I heard as well that you should not it loses its effectiveness in the heat. But when it's cold outside, I totally keep my sunscreen in my car. It keeps me honest about reapplying every 2 hours. I think that if it was ineffective to ship sunscreens in a box, then companies wouldn't do it. That they would put like I've ordered some stuff before that have come in like those cold packs, you know, to keep things cold as they go through the shipping process. And I don't know, maybe companies do, you know, when it goes from overseas to the United States over a great distance, maybe they do keep it with some cool packing stuff. I think most shipping and cars are regulated in buildings and warehouses. I feel like the temperature is regulated because people often mail things that contain food in them and things that could explode under heat and under pressure. So do I have any proof of this? No. But in my mind, things are regulated. When my post office person drops off the packages, his windows are rolled down and he probably is blasting the AC. So there's that. I don't think in fact, I know I did not answer your question at all. It's a great question though. All right, the next question is from Butter. Hey, Butter. Do you wear sunscreen if the UV index is below 3? My doctor told me to wear it every day because it was a good habit and I'd planned to do that. But around winter, my cat just jumped off my lap and dug her claws into me as she ran towards the food. Ouch. My doctor told me to wear it every day because it was a good habit and I planned to do that. But around winter solstice last year, I realized that UV index was 1 pretty much every day. So I only used sunscreen when I knew I was going to be outside for a while. My reasoning was that not using it in deep winter saved enough money to have another month of the good stuff in the summer. Oh, I totally hear you on this. Sunscreen is so expensive. To be honest, it's one of the reasons why I started my channel, to get free sunscreens occasionally and to have money to buy sunscreens. Yes, I want to review them for you. But also, sunscreen is expensive. So if I can write it off as a business expense or get free sunscreens sent to me from companies, yes, I'm going to do it because it's expensive. So I hear you. But yes, I do wear sunscreen all the time. I do it in the morning, whether it's raining. Here, I want to say in the winter months, every morning it starts off with a 1, but even it gets down to like a 3, or it gets up to a 3 or a 4, even here in South Carolina. During the height of the UV in the winter. So I still keep it on. Yeah, it keeps me honest. It keeps me in the habit. Maybe I've written it off as this is an expense that hopefully will save me money, because I do still, the reality of it is I do still purchase most sunscreens on my own with my own money because my channel doesn't make enough money it makes enough to support maybe 1 or 2 sunscreens a month for me. And then companies send me free sunscreen maybe this past year twice. So I still purchase a lot of the majority of the sunscreens myself. But I see it as a medical expense. This is something to hopefully prevent so that I don't get skin cancer in the future and have to spend, because boy, that was expensive. I mean, I had to meet our deductible. So I had to pay $10,000 in the beginning of February for all the expenses, because my melanoma was diagnosed in the February of 2021. And so I had to come up with that deductible then. And whew, I was paying that off for a while. That's not to say that what you're doing is the incorrect way, Butter. Everybody's got to do what they feel is best for themselves, you know? That's what I say. We're all responsible for ourselves and our money. And if not wearing sunscreen when it's a 1 during the winter months is your choice, that's your choice. Who am I to tell you any different? So I'm going to read some other questions that were under some other videos. This first one is from We Are Waking Up 2020. Okay. Why are you slathering a product with known carcinogens in it onto your largest organ? If you are trying to block the sun, maybe try coconut oil, or choose to stay out of the sun for most of the day. That was disturbing and disappointing. So I would suggest anybody who has this viewpoint of thinking that sunscreen is carcinogens to go watch my video about the anti-sunscreen movement, and also my video about the 7 myths of sunscreen. I will link those 2 videos in the description box of this video, because in there I go into depth about the misinformation campaign known as the anti-sunscreen movement that is going around and has been going around for quite some time. And also all the myths, the things that you think are true that aren't actually true about sunscreen. Thanks so much for watching my Q&A. Leave more questions below this video. This is Mama Blossom. And I will answer them in my next in my next video. Today is a great day to wear sunscreen. You're so fluffy. You're so fluffy. Oh, let me hold you. Oh, you're going to sit in my lap now. Okay, no more. Oh, spiky claws. Spiky claws.